Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're taking a look at my top 2008 cars, that being the World of Cars line. Now this year in my opinion was the year that really jump-started it. For 2007 that's when they started releasing more background characters, but 2008 was the year where they really just started releasing tons and tons more background characters, new characters, and so on and so forth. It even could have been a much better year if they hadn't canceled a lot of the cases. I've looked through a lot of it. Canceled cars for 2008 include cars such as the Trunk Fresh Crew Chief, Octane Gang Crew Chief. I believe they also canceled Chick's Crew Chief, Roger Wheeler as well, Dustin Mellows, Hummer Sven, Dustin Mellows. I said that as well. No, Brian Park Motors is the one I didn't mention. So it would have been an amazing year. However, they actually had to cancel all those guys because they're supposed to be in singles cases. And I think they realized that, oh, we don't have any deluxes. We don't have deluxe packaging yet. I mean, they slightly did, but it wasn't like super big like it is now. So they're like, oh, we have to get rid of all these deluxe-sized cars. So they scrapped those last few cases, which canceled a few other singles. Nothing too major. But it was stuff like Sarge, I believe. And then they had to like redo those final few cases. And there's also like most of those deluxes did get re-released in the next few years. Like they had Dustin Mellows was released the next year. Brian Park Motors, although he and still is extremely rare, was released in 2010. But he was, supposed to be released in 2008, and a lot of the other ones got rescheduled for those team packs. The only one that didn't make it out of those would be the Trunk Fresh Crew Chief, which is unfortunate because, in my opinion, he probably would have been the coolest out of those. But without further ado, let's get into the top cars of this year. So, starting with 10, probably going to have to go with Not Chuck. Now, this is not the 2008 version of Not Chuck, but it's still the same character. Of course, he has the toolbox. He also comes with the tires, which I almost just dropped. Of course, he has a line in the movie. Got the Rusty's 95. He has a little lightning bolt up on his cap, which is nice, along with the big old 95. He has a tool gun, which is different. I believe that's one of the different things from the releases. The 2008 version did not have a gun, I believe. Although I'm not too like good at remembering variants and years and all that. Like I could really care less about like unibodies and all that. See his eyes here. It's got a little dented up. I've had this guy for a while. Got the nice wheels as well, and then toolbox 95, and of course the tires are painted red. Number 9. There's all of these I really like, but for number 9 I'm probably gonna have to go, I guess, with Chuki. Now Chuki is probably a favorite of the year for a lot of the other people, but she's towards the lower end of my top 10 list, but she's still really cool. Of course, she's the classic, I guess we could call her the Chuki model, but I choose to call it the Benny Caliper model for whatever reason. Painted in pink, with the classic big Japanese eyes, eyelashes, big smile on that, which is how she appeared in the movie. And she has gotten released several times since, at least once or twice. I know she was released in 2009, I believe. And she was, of course, released a few other times after that. Whether it be in some other weird pack. She's interesting, a nice pink color. I think it's really nice that they did release her, which completed like the cars that appeared on the news and little sequence. But yeah, she doesn't have a whole lot of detail apart from the unique eyes. And she does have like a license plate, but it is way too small. It's impossible to read. Number 8. Number 8 probably is going to have to go to Edwin Cranks. Now, Edwin was released in 2008. He's one of them that's interesting old timers because he's not like extremely like unique, but he's also not like a very boring car. Like he's probably towards the lower end of my retro cars list, like cars such as the canceled two-tone blue car, or even Percy Handbrakes, Nicky B, Timothy Times on True Coat. Those guys have like really awesome models, and this guy is kind of just a classic one. I do love his decals though, and of course you had Grant Greenlight, or that's what we've sort of dubbed him, or the SUV in the end credits that appears in the same spot as him, has the same decals, paint job, and of course he's talking to a pickup truck that has the exact same paint scheme as the car that Edwin was talking to. Kind of nice expression. This is, I believe, the 2013 version. I do remember I did get him in 2013. I believe this is the same one. Like, you have all the decals going back. Looks really nice, almost like a NASCAR paint scheme or something. Number 7, I'm just going to have to go to, I guess, this guy. Van. Now, I believe, Mini was another car scheduled for 2008, but was canceled. And I do keep in mind that these are from Take 5 a Day, and a lot of the cases could have potentially gotten mixed up in their whatever they were doing. They thought, oh, these are going to be 2008 cars, but a lot of them ended up being 2009, 2010 cars, so it could have just been they got that case information early, like, oh, he must be going in here. But yeah, Mini was scheduled for 2008, if those case lists are correct. He is, of course, a nice color. I did happen to take a look at this guy a few weeks ago, so if you want to check him out in depth, you can go check that video out. But nice expression, pretty nice model with the roof on top. Got the license plate, the nice expression, and this is a 2009. This actually is a 2008 version of him, or I believe it is based on his base. Number six. Let's go with this. So this is Team Shiny Wax. Now I guess I'm sort of going to count those like 3 packs. I'm not going to count I believe it was the Kmart cars where it got like single releases of Ernie Gearson and all that. I'm not going to count those. But I am going to count these guys because they're still in the same background. Still like close to mainline. So that involved Darren Ledfoot, what's his name, Senior Tracks, and Becca Nezer-Schmidt. I believe the two on the right, the Crew Chief and Pity, were like the final 2 cars I ever reviewed on the old 360p, actually no, 720p iPad. So that video is kind of old. It's got the yellow logos. This guy's got the logos only. And then Darren here has got the very nice rings, which like really feel like a NASCAR paint scheme from around that time. So props to Pixar for doing that. The number also looks really nice. Got the eyes as well, which is a classic look for all the cars that were released in that model. The majority of them have that, and you'll see at least 2 more of that Darren Ledford model later in this video. Number 5. Is that number 5? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, this is 5. Number 5. I'm kind of debating it here. Number 5, probably gonna have to go. Probably have to go with another team set, and that would be Team No Stall. Now, you have Ton Markets on the left, of course, the racer. You have Roman Dunes in the middle, who was released as a single as well. I believe he was released a few other times as well. He was at least released as a lenticular, because I remember finding it at Kohl's, the USA Kohl's, not the Australian Kohl's, which is a very good place to get cars. And you have Shirley Spinout, who was exclusive to the little 3-pack. They did re-release the 3-pack a few times in different versions. But she has the same expression as Piccolo Perry. Now, I did say that I like Piccolo more than the other cars, the other pitties. It was a unique expression, but it isn't unique. But I feel like it sort of is still, because Shirley's is like it blends in with the rest of her body since she has the black eyelids and the black little top of the forklift part. And then the mouth also blends in with the red, whereas on Piccolo Perry, you'll see later, the eyelids do not blend in with the rest of the cab, and the mouth does not blend in with the red car. But yeah, I love No Stall. It's a nice sponsor, and they have some really nice paint schemes throughout all the Cars movies. You have No Stall right here, looks really nice. Tom Marcus from Cars 3, who should be somewhere near here. Oh, here he is. Tom Marcus from Cars 3 also has a really nice paint scheme. Probably the Cars 3 Tom Marcus paint scheme is probably my favorite out of any racer from any of the movies. And then you have Jonas Carvers, who I did review in a recent video, so if you want to go take a deeper look at him, you can check that out if you want to. Of course, Todd, really nice. And I believe all 3 team packs from this year included new cars. Of course, there is also Leakless, but he is not going to be on this list because the crew chief is inaccurate, unfortunately. And Stacy, the pitty, did get released in that same year. Number 4, there's a lot of cars here that I'm having to choose from. Number 4, I'm going to have to go with Axle Accelerator, another recent review of mine, so I'm not going to go too in-depth on him. Highway Patrol, all that Highway Patrol stuff. Nice expression, really cool model. And I did forget to mention in my my video on him that he has the 2 more of like a gray color front wheels, and the back wheels are the silver. Actually, I might have mentioned that. I'm thinking of Vern, who I didn't mention, has that one little miscolored wheel. Number 3, I'm debating between these guys, but number 3, I'm probably gonna have to go. All 3 of these remaining. It's weird. There's 1 single car, 1 2-pack, and 1 3-pack. So they're all equally as cool. So I'm just gonna have to go. Let's go with the team set, and that would be, of course, the Experiment team set. So here's Ernie. You can see his Cars 3 version here in the back. There's Ernest B. Rakes, and there's the legend Piccolo Perry. Now, he has the leaves all over him. I kind of feel like he's underrated. In my opinion, he looks really nice in Cars 3 and Cars 1. A lot of people hate on Cars 3 Ernie because he's bland and boring, as people like to say, which is just not true at all. He has the most detail on him, the detailed leaves, the text, all the background detail, the sparkles. He's one of the most detailed cars that they did, and yet people say, oh, he's not detailed enough. Find a valid reason to not like him. Ernest B. Rakes, he has a nice expression. I believe it's somewhat different from the other 2. Roman has the mouth that's kind of he's determined to get Todd racing. Senior Tracks looks concentrated kind of, and then Ernest just looks like he's there because he's having fun. He had a fun night or something. He looks really odd. He just looks like he doesn't care about anything at all. Piccolo, of course, best pitty of all time. The GOAT, the GOAT. The Experiment logo with the wheel and the leaf looks really cool. He has the mouth, of course, being my favorite expression. It was the same as Shirley's, but you're gonna have to, say that his looks a lot better with the other colors. And Shirley's here, you can see here, we do have the same eye color, so I'm guessing it's the same decal that they used. That was not good. Okay, at least it was this guy. Okay, he doesn't have any chips. Lucky. Number 2, Number 2, yep, have Floyd Hill, the Cars 1 version, of course, and Rusty Corn Fuel. Now, let's get the Cars 3 versions, or at least for Floyd. Floyd, you can see he's changed a lot from Cars 1 to Cars 3. Still got the same rendering of that. Wow, okay. That looks really nice, actually, on the back there. It looks so clean. I think Floyd himself is just one of the most clean-looking, good-looking diecasts. He actually hasn't been released as like a normal single. Actually, he was in a 2-pack since 2013. So he's like one of the only ones they haven't re-released in a very long time. So hopefully we can get him again. And then, of course, you have Rusty. Here he is with Jack D-Post. Of course, a lot has changed. The color is still pretty similar. A bit lighter on Jack. Still have like a similar paint scheme, though it is definitely not the exact same. Still have like the writing on the right in front of that thing there, not the spoiler. The hitch protector text is a lot bigger on Rusty than it is on Jack. Now, obviously, like, oh, that's Jack. Obviously, Floyd races for gas spring, the hood relief, and Rusty races for a toe cap, which is a sponsor that we'll not be diving into anytime soon on this channel. And if you know why, you know why. For the number 1 spot on this list, I think it's got to be one of the most iconic characters in the franchise, despite him. I don't even think he had a line in the movie he was in. He did appear a few times, and that's got to be Leroy Traffic. Now, Leroy here, first released in 2008, re-released in the RSC line. He might have been released a few other times in between then. Then, of course, they had the Snow Tires version, which I do have him, but he's all broken up, and we're going to get rid of him soon and get a not beat-up one. He's not missing his ears and all that. He has a really nice color, really nice expression. Has the iconic mattress on top, which I don't know why he would need that, but let's not question him. Over the back there, I see license plate. Let's hope it's not the same as Van's. See here, nope, it's not the same. So they didn't just reuse the same thing. This is, wow, it might actually be the 2009 version. I remember now. I didn't get the RC version because I didn't have enough money. I bought some other car. Nice expression, really nice color. And of course, he has the classic tiny little wheel. There's a little dot, like a perfect circle on his window back there. He has another one on the other side. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to be, but clearly Mattel put it there. So that's that. Leroy Traffic, number 1 car of the year, in my opinion, for 2008. You can say what cars you would like in the comment section below for that year. And yeah, that pretty much does it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.